What are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking some tea. Listen, man, I don't know what it is about this particular situation, but I just can't load page. Trying to, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to be present with you. I'm going to get this out of there. There you are. Hey, listen.
Look at all that. Look at all that technology in your fingertips. You got a phone in one hand. You're clicking on your computer on the other, and you got a propeller on your ceiling. What's up with that fan?
It's the only fan I have. It's a very fast-moving fan. These are the kind of fans we like. They show up at the shows, they buy the ticket, and they split about the third song. And I just want to show you. Can you see that? Is it too bright?
No, it looks nice. Were you in a cruise ship?
I'm on a cruise ship. Yeah, it's about the size. The room is about the same size as a cruise ship, but yeah.
20 more pounds. 20 more pounds. You'll look a little bit like Andrew Dice Clay.
You like the outfit? My wife bought this for me.
It looks nice, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. So I did put a little post up that you're in Milwaukee and I'm at the beach somewhere, and you, I overheard you talking to the guest prior to the show, and you missed your flight or got canceled. You're supposed to be back in Vegas.
Yeah.
What? Because you live with your mommy?
Some weather that came through. I'm at a hotel. I'm not at my mom's house.
I'm sure you are. Yeah.
As we talk about that again, right? Like I'm at this beautiful hotel called the Fister. You brought her. You fist her. So
is that the name of the hotel?
It is. It's with a P. P-F-I-S-T-E-R. It's historic. It's haunted, and it is our favorite place to stay when we're in Milwaukee.
Did you stay there last time we did the podcast when you were in Milwaukee?
No, I was at a different place, because if you remember the last time I was here, I was helping out with the RNC, and all of the hotel rooms in the downtown and surrounding vicinity were pretty tough to get. So we chose to stay out kind of closer to my parents in the suburbs.
I saw your show Saturday. About me.
Where are you?
No.
Where are you?
I saw your show Saturday. Came to the show.
Did. I didn't even know you were there. When did you get
right.
there?
No, I didn't want to interrupt you doing your magic thing you do on stage. It's and you're not a magician. There is a magician happening. There's a magic room in that venue. However, your magic is winning over an audience and making everybody part of the party. And I got to tell you, you were a master at your craft. Now, I'm not here, you said I'm being a bit of a dick. I'm not here to suck your dick right now. I'm here to tell you brass tacks that I had a great you're so funny with those banners, man. What? I have no controls of it. So, no, really though, and I'll tell you this, and I'm critical. I'm a critical bastard, man. I saw the evolution of the show meaning, getting in the room and getting it going. Your show. You guys are good everywhere you go, but like there were some challenges in the room, and sound was one of them, and it takes a little bit. But man, you do not have that problem anymore. It thumps. It sounds great. Sonny Maupin's a phenomenal front of house guy, and I really enjoyed watching it, and it was great. And then I know that you had to get out of there. You were there till midnight. You played an encore, which is great. And then you had to pack up and catch a plane at 4 or 5 in the morning the next day. I don't know how you do it, man. At your age, at 65, dude, you were rocking, bro. How do you do it? I mean, it's crazy.
It's a lot of hard. I do caffeine colonics. I have them shoot caffeine right up the hoo-ha, and I'm good to go. It's instant, and the shoot is happier, and everybody's happy because of it. When I'm in a good mood, everything feels pretty good. It seems to be like when everybody sees Kevin kind of like grumpy and he's slugging through the airport because he's got to play in front of the people. No, I'm being silly. Everything, it was fun. Thanks for coming to our show. We appreciate you buying the ticket. Right, very different than a lot of other people that just call.
You don't even comp your friends
all the time. No,
you don't comp your friends. It's crazy. It's like let's do the math. Do you know how many Doc Center shows I've actually paid for tickets at? Can you count? Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you keep tally. You're keeping a credit score.
You've been to 2 of my shows and you bought 2 tickets, so I appreciate you.
If you downplay the amount of shows I've been to, again, I will never go to a Doc. As much as I love it, I will boycott that shit. I will not come to a Doc show.
You think that's a fucking threat?
Yeah, that's it. Look how I'm dressed. Hey, let me tell you something. It was a great show, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm glad I went. And I'm anti the strip and the tourism and the whole thing, and it worked out pretty great, and it was great to see you guys. And sadly, I did not get to hug Erin and say hi to Erin. I was in conversation when you guys finished, and I missed her. So Barbara Brighton, hi Barbara.
Hi Barbara, we miss you. Look at this.
We should have Barbara on the show. Diane's in Sedona. Oh, nice.
Diane. If you believe her blurb right there, she's in Sedona, Arizona. That's right. And we should absolutely have Barbara Brighton on our program. If she would join us, that woman would have so much fun with us. I'm going on the record. Yes, Kevin, that's our buddy Patrick.
And Patrick too, he's qualified. He has joined us for every single episode, and huge supporter. Yeah. But he seems like a ghost. So I've never Patrick. I've never met you in person. I know it's crazy. Maybe you could grace us with your presence at one of the live shows.
Patrick's been to my show more than you have. So
that's great.
I don't know what to say. You could come out more.
Let me tell you this though. So this is great you brought this up because our friend Sam Novak. So I called him a few days before our show on the 27th, and I said, "Hey man, if you want to come to the show, let me know." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I got this stuff to take care of, some domestic stuff, blah blah blah." And I said, "Hey dude, no problem." And it was very passing, and I didn't expect it, but I wanted to invite him. And then I find out he went to the Docksiders. Are you kidding me right now?
He knows what show to go to. What are you talking about? Like, how are you even saying our two shows are? I mean, really?
You want to get into that right now? You want to go there?
I'm trying to crank you up a little bit. Why are you?
Bro, I'm at the beach, man. I'm mellow. I'm all good. Oh, really, Patrick? Oh, okay.
So he'd be humbled to come on the show. You know what, Patrick?
I didn't know
got 2 comp tickets to the next Reckless in Vegas show on Michael Shapiro. Thanks for doing that, Michael.
Yeah, because we comp our friends. We're not like nickel and diamond like the Docksiders are.
You're not like the Docksiders. We don't comp anybody. You got it.
Not only do we comp, we comp people. Well, people buy tickets. It's all a big happy family. We also buy Mega Millions lottery tickets for every person who comes to our shows because I want to give back and I want some chance of somebody becoming a multimillionaire. Now, there's some caveats in there, but however, it is out of the goodness of my heart.
Quick question. Yeah. How many people won the millions yet?
So I know personally, so I'll overbuy them because we don't know, that first show we did, we were 100 people over capacity and I had enough for it, but a few people didn't get them. And then, so I did it hard the next show and we were not even sold out. Right. So we were at about 150 and I had extra tickets. So like out of 60 or 70 extra tickets, I won $20. And then the next one, maybe I was about 20 or 30 tickets over. So I have those and I scan them after and I didn't win any. And then the next one I had 12 left over and I won $2. And look, you're better off getting struck by lightning 3 times in 1 month. I mean, those are the odds. But somebody has to win. And I just feel like it's a really beautiful gesture. We do give it out of the goodness of our heart, with the caveat that they're going to support local charities with some of the money, that they're going to become the executive producer for Reckless in Vegas. And maybe if you're nice to me, Kevin, I'll push that toward the Docksiders, right? I mean, it's not that you need it because you guys are like, oof, you're huge. But the thing is I think it would be nice to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. And so
you guys see what he did? He starts slinging mud at me. He starts talking and then he starts talking some shit about the Docksiders.
That's some good tea, by the way.
Right? Is that tea? Is that your tea?
So unlike our generosity as the sponsor of the show, this is it's Pure. It's called Pure, and this is a tea that my friend Charlie Colleen, who sadly has passed away, we lost him a couple months back, but he turned me on to this little tea store at this beach town I'm in, and you can go back, Kevin. Unless you're like doing your hair. Oh, sorry, you did. Yeah.
No.
It's pure tea. It's got some caffeine in it, but it's really beautiful. And I was mellow when I started, and now I'm a little ramped up. I don't know if it's the attacks that you've been throwing at me, Kevin, because you're a little tacky today, or it's just the tea. But it's fantastic. I highly recommend it.
That's nice. We have a really. I'm a little worried. I got to be honest today.
About the guest?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about this guest.
She's a
Because
firecracker.
no, that's not what worries me. But what worries me
Yeah.
is she's been sending me messages saying how exhausted she is. She's been sending me notes on how
Oh,
busy she's been, and
bingy, bingy, bingy.
we're getting her kind of in like the half
Flat.
Amanda mode, right? Like so. This is,
Oh.
I'm a little worried. Like you said, maybe today it'll be flat. I don't know yet.
She, from my experience with her, and I've only met her in person a couple times. She's a show. Is there a word for showman? Is showman like not the right word to say now? Can you say? Do you say showman? She's a showman.
You say show person.
She's a show person. That this doesn't sound the same as a showman, you know. But whatever. I don't get into all that
It's
shit. But
toxic of you to say that masculine. That's like what our program is about, and you went there.
I know. It's to reverse toxic masculinity and be vulnerable and open and kind and sweet. And listen,
I'm worried.
You. She's a fire. When I say firecracker, I believe that when there's a camera on her or stage or lights or no matter how she's feeling before she steps onto that stage, she rocket ships, you know. And so I'm going to undo your concern. Okay. Although your feelings are valid, and I don't want to take away your feelings because you feel the way you feel, but I want to assure you she's gonna be great. And or should we get somebody else?
Want to get somebody else? It isn't too late.
We could. It's a little rude, but we could. Is it even rude?
I don't know. Like half of me, all of me is just teasing her because she can take it for one. And when I met her, she gives it equally hard. So like I liked her immediately. I thought,
what are we talking about here?
Her wit and her her improvisation and her ability to sling with the best of us. I think she could be your replacement on this program.
I like the way that sounds. That has a nice ring to it.
I think you could be working your way outside of the Lavender program with our new guest.
To be honest, on this subject, though, when you form partnerships 50-50, it's always a problem. There should always be three because then you can outvote each other. It's always a balancing thing. You and I are so unbalanced that we are so volatile. At any moment, everything could explode and crumble to the ground. And It's a house of cards we've built, basically. Let's bring her on.
I like that. Should we bring her on? Look at what Paula said before we bring her on.
Yeah.
Who's showing any parts here, Paul?
I think it's my outfit.
Okay. Are we going to do this? Are we ready? Amanda Lee Myers has worked in the entertainment business from a young age. After joining a professional dance company at 16, Amanda earned 2 bachelor's degrees, including classical voice performance, which took her on choir and chamber tours around the world. Combining passions, she turned her focus to musical theater, performing in over 30 different shows with regional theaters around the country, as well as acting for TV, film, and New York City. During the pandemic, she shifted her focus to comedy writing, earning 2 certificates from the Second City, as well as hosting games and events for large corporations and singing with bands throughout the U.S. and working for a media film agency in social media. Amanda has won noteworthy awards for her singing, dancing, acting. She's a quadruple threat, this woman. Did you hear that? All those awards, including VIP choice for Best Actor against 600 plus competitors, and has studied under the world-renowned master teachers in each craft. Most recently, she had been the entertainment director and host for a large 4-star all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean before leaving to write, produce, and perform her new show, Tony and the Lady. Without further ado, let's check out a little bit of what she does. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, half asleep Amanda Lee Myers.
Wake up. Wake up.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Flat, right off the bat.
Bio is so boring. Oh, shut up.
I guess. So watching that little pre-show thing that Kevin put together, you just are probably tired all the time.
I didn't put it together. Amanda put it together last night at 1 a.m.
Oh,
so when she gets
until like 4 a.m.
Wow, you are
nation or ADD. I don't know. I could blame it on all sorts of things.
You're something else. Holy crap! I had no idea. Now I'm nervous to talk to you. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. You talk, Kevin, while I gather myself.
Amanda's kind of a big deal, man. I told you when we booked her for this that like we gotta do some homework. So you said that you would do some homework. Why don't you answer the first question?
I asked you the first question. Okay, I got one. So you just recently did Monday's Dark. What is today? Tuesday. So last night, was that last night?
Yeah, that clip was from last night. That's proof that I threw this together.
Wow. Okay. So doing all the things you do, as Kevin put, a quadruple threat, and no shit, you are. What is it about doing Monday's Arc? Is a terrific benefit opportunity that benefits local charities in Las Vegas, right? What is it about you, or what it's important to you to give back to the community that way? What does it do? What drives that for you?
Well, I mean, this was the perfect charity to do it for because it was the Broadway edition, and like musical theater is kind of my world. And I've got 2 rescue puppies myself, and I love them to death. So I'm like, this is just like a perfect little full circle thing. I mean, you guys know, as artists, we love giving back. You know, sometimes it's forced because people don't want to pay you for your talent, and sometimes it's like, no, I want to do this. You know, yeah. I mean, it'd be great if I was a trust fund baby and I could do this for free and give back all the time. That'd be like best case scenario. But you know, until I find a sugar daddy, this is what it is.
You do know that you're on the podcast today for free, right? There's no pay for this. You're clear on that? Oh, shit.
There we go. She's closing the computer down. Wait,
I asked that.
She's not
I asked that question.
Generosity?
No, you already paid me, Michael. You already paid me. I won a whole $4 at your show.
You did? Winner. You won? Oh my God! And you got to get an agent because that's way below your pay grade. Number one. Number two, I asked the question because as accomplished as you are, and your experience in the entertainment business and just all the things you've achieved, your accolades. For me, it's a self-esteem issue, and for me, doing charity and giving back on that is driven by we build self-esteem by doing esteemable acts. And I wonder when I talk to artists who seem like they have everything going on, their careers are going, they're, what's behind all that? Who are you, Amanda? And do you do it for a different driving point, or is it just that resonated with you, so you did it? Broadway, the puppies, the animals. So I just wonder if that's deeper for you.
I'm an alien. I don't know.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah,
thanks.
He loses us every once in a while when he doesn't land the plane, right? It's I
didn't land the plane
for a really long fucking time. No, you did, but it took a minute, right?
It's the tea.
Yeah, it's not regular tea. That is Pooer. That's a very appetizing name.
Terrible name. Terrible.
A digestive.
Yeah. It tastes a little nutty.
Right? It's actually buttery. Amanda, do you love butter? Are you a butter fan?
Butter? I hardly even know her. I don't know what you
she's not her name. Butter, come to the stage. Yeah, butter on stage one. Butter on stage one. Wow.
Am I missing something here? What's going on all of a sudden, dude?
She was talking the name pure is not a very, and you said it's nutty. I said it's buttery. It's buttery. Do I have to explain this all to you, or am I just
I felt like I missed the entire point of the conversation, but that's okay. I'm used to that.
Did you guys smoke out? Did you guys just stoned? Yeah.
I didn't. Okay. No. Right. Hey, so Amanda, what really intrigued me about your talent when I first met you was that you studied comedy writing.
Yeah, dude.
And I think what I also was very impressed with was your ability to improv and your improvisation skills. Where does that fit in your litany of excitement? Like the things that make Amanda Lee Myers an artist. You know, if you had to kind of rank where your passion lies, is it musical theater? Is it singing? Is it the dance that you do? Is it the writing? Or is it all just kind of part of the whole of who you are?
I mean, here's the thing. Okay, this is why I pursued musical theater, is because I didn't want to have to choose. It's like I love all of this. I love acting. I love singing. I love dancing. You know, and if I can do it, why shouldn't I? So, you know, obviously there's opportunities to do things separate, more or less, but it doesn't matter what you do. You're always pulling a little bit from each thing. You're up on stage performing, you're grooving a little bit, you know, you're dancing, you're telling a story through song, so you're acting. You can't help but combine all those things. And when you're riffing with an audience, that's the comedy writing aspect. You know, you gotta be able to do stuff on the fly. And so, I mean, I think to be a well-rounded artist, I think most of us kind of at least dabble in a little bit of every side of the art form. And I think it's important. It's definitely served me in my career. I feel like, you know, as much as you can call it that, with what, like 1% of us like really making it making a decent living off of it. But
she's being modest.
I think the best entertainers use each side of their art. Even if like one is way stronger than the other, you still have to have a small combination of all of it.
Yeah. Do you do any coaching, like any improvisational coaching? I think Michael could use a little. I keep telling him that when he's on the microphone, what the fuck is that?
He's going to get some coaching. He's like, I don't know what to say to that, so I'm going to see if there's anybody outside that can help me.
What I'm trying to say is Michael needs some help expanding when he talks on stage.
Michael needs some help.
He's so succinct and he's so quick to the point that he moves from song to song to song without talking to the audience much. That's a joke. If you haven't seen Michael's show, that man can talk to an audience.
Yes. Yeah, your show is fantastic. I mean, I didn't want to tell you that in person and give you a big head or anything, but I'll just tell you in front of all 6 people watching that it's a private enough room. Yeah, your show is incredible, dude. I loved it.
Thank you for that. So for me with scripted versus improv, I prefer the improv. Sometimes you have flat experiences because of that, but I like the risk taking. When you I remember doing a TV show and there's a teleprompter. Oh, it's brutal for me. Yeah. Or how are you with that? I mean, to be able to read and make it feel like it's in the moment, you know, that's different than acting and learning your lines and then delivering. When you're in the moment reading, are you good at that?
Yeah, well, that's a cold read. And I felt like I was never really worried about that. If anything, I kind of liked cold reads for auditions because the pressure was off. It's like they know that you have not memorized and studied this material. And so it's like whatever you bring, they're like, oh, well, if she's at this level with just like reading it right here in front of us, having just gotten this monologue or whatever, then, you know, they can use their imagination for like, oh, well, maybe she can take it to here then. And it's like, maybe I can, maybe that's as good as it gets. I don't know.
She's coaching right now. I mean, I had a coach in the late 90s and I went out and I landed the first 3 auditions and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be an actor. I'm good at this. And then I went and I had a bad cold read. And I was mortified. And the casting director called my coach and said, he was perfect. Too bad he can't act. And my coach yelled at me about it. And I go, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to go back to being I'm going to play music. But what you just said framed it in a way that's like, hey, no, wait a minute. You know, it takes some pressure off of it. I never thought of it that way. So thank you for your coaching. I'm going to go back to acting. I think I can do it.
All right. That'll be $20. You can send it to my Venmo.
Okay. All right. $24 up. Knowing me, baby. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
That's good.
Well, Kevin, do you feel like you're acting on stage, Kevin, when you're delivering some of your lines? Because it's pretty authentic. You phone it in sometimes.
I don't. I really don't. Like it used to be scripted. Now we just kind of have I have a loose. In our
Skeleton.
first break, I welcome everybody, and sometimes I riff on what we've just done. Sometimes I riff about what we're gonna do. Sometimes I just go like wherever my feelings are taking me, and sometimes I feel like it is nobody connects, and I went way too far, and it didn't connect with anybody. And sometimes I feel like it lands right in the pocket, and I think that's what I love about it is that it's unpredictable, and I don't know
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. And I see you the same way, Michael. Like you do the same shit. Like you start talking and
you never know where it's going to go.
Yeah, it's
so Amanda, where are you? So I guess his first question he asked you about which out of all those talents, which one really resonates, and you say that it's all of them combined. They're all part of it. What do you find? I found young people that are pursuing the arts and they have multiple talents. And what happens is instead of them focusing on one at a time, they just sit in the middle and kind of spin and never really kind of achieve any of those goals. Have you had that experience because you have all these multiple talents?
I mean, I know what you're saying. And it's that jack of all trades,
master of none.
Syndrome, which if you continue that phrase, it's better than a master of one. That's actually how that finishes out, and most people don't know that. I don't
Never heard it.
So,
it's too much to fit on the whole shirt.
Yeah, it's a little long. Anyway, I mean, for me, my training, I started singing and dancing and taking piano lessons and whatever from a young age, but then I really honed in on with classical ballet. It's like you can't do anything else. Mm-hmm. Like you have to study that all day, every day. It's very difficult. It's very time consuming if you want to have a career with it. So that was my primary focus for a long time, which gave me that technique. That was a good foundation. And on the side, I took voice lessons. So between the two, I mean, that's why I went to college for voice, is because I didn't want to be it is a stereotype. It's not always true. So I'm going to put it in quotes, but a dumb soprano. You know, I wanted to be able to like read music and, know what I'm talking about. And
you said it.
I'm just saying. It's a stereotype, like there's like so many memes of like sopranos, altos, tenors, basses, baritones, and like who they are as people and whatever. Just Google it. You'll find exactly what I'm talking about. But it was very important to me that I did really study each craft. Mm-hmm. And probably what I've studied the least is the acting side of things, just because, I went to school for music and I grew up dancing, but that just kind of happened naturally. And, you get those trainings on the side here and there with workshops. And when COVID hit, it was like, okay, here's the perfect opportunity. All my contracts are canceled. I don't know what to do. And I've always just had this like desire to, like, I don't know, I come from like a witty family. I'm like, what can I do with this? And so that's when I studied with Second City. And it was like the most depressing time of your life is the perfect time to study comedy. The only problem is all my jokes, it's all COVID related. So because like
nice.
The literal only thing going on.
Listen, it's going to come back in 108 years again, another pandemic. You'll be totally fucking relevant. It's going to be
for the next plague.
What are you working on now?
What am I working on now? Well, my the Tony and the Lady show is going to be back at the Starbright on September 25th. But as far as like working on, right now I'm memorizing music and choreography for Tracy Jill and Matt Mitchell's Platforms and Bell Bottoms show. So I'm joining them on this Sunday, August 11th. That's at 5 p.m. in the Composer's Room. So I'm working on that. I'm working on writing a show with a friend of mine here in Vegas, hoping for off-Broadway route. That would be great. Talk about residual income and royalties. That's something that I'm aiming for as an entertainer. It's like gig to gig to gig to gig to gig. It's a hard life. So what would be nice is having, that passive income. And that's another creative outlet, and having that, and then you can just focus on your passion projects, and you don't have to worry about what Las Vegas pays right now. So
she's giving you management advice, Kevin. That's what I took from that.
Listen,
yeah, very clear.
I like it.
I'm saying you specifically. Get it together.
Have you performed every role that you've wanted to in a musical, or what are some of your dream roles?
All right, I'm just gonna put this out in the.
Wow,
she's so great, isn't she the best?
Dude, she's amazing, and I really wanted to hear the answer to that question. Should we
bring her back?
Nah.
Should we pull the one up and bring her back in?
I wanted to ask her about romance, right? She's very attractive, so talented. I mean, what's going on for her in Vegas with romance? I mean, I imagine I don't know if it's easier to be a man dating, or is it more challenging to be? She walked out. He brought you back.
I brought you back in.
Because I wanted to know the answer to that question. He screwed the pooch there a little bit. So,
ask her
which one.
What the role? Like, is there a role out there that you haven't done yet that you would be like? No, he's not going to hang up on you. So if you only could do one more role, hands up. You can only do one more role. It's the last role you can never do, and you can pick any role you want to pick. What would it be? Do not hang up, Kevin.
He's such a dick. Kathy from last 5 years. Come on, somebody help me produce it. Let's
go. What is it?
Bob Golden, are you there? Kathy from last 5 years. It's a lesser known musical. It's only 2 people, Jason Robert Brown, and I've always wanted to just produce it, because then that's the way I can guarantee I can have the part.
Yeah.
2-person show.
Thanks for answering. It was very disappointing to me because I have no idea who it is, but that's okay. Our huge audience, out of the thousands of people watching.
How about that?
Okay, now let me ask you a question though. So you're a very beautiful woman, talented as hell. What's going on with your romance? Are you in a relationship? No, I'm married. Don't even. This is not a self-serving question in any way.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. I just meant
when you like to know. Oh, I took that. Wow, look at that. She's pretty presumptuous of me, huh?
We're getting personal here on the Lavender program today.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one
quiet.
Under wraps. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Why don't you have
if she's not answering, she's booted. I mean, come on.
I was going to give her the privilege of actually hanging up on us and be the first record holder.
Should I bring her back?
Definitely not. You can't bring somebody back twice. Once is crazy, right?
Well, I could bring her back. I can bring her back, right?
So you're playing this weekend at Venetian?
Playing at the Venetian on Friday and Saturday. We're going to be back in Las Vegas tomorrow. Can't wait. It's going to be nice to be home. You and I have plans on Thursday, right?
I hope not. I may be going out of town. You think you're coming with me?
Oh, I'm not now? Is that what's up?
I never said you. I don't want to impose, and I'm lucky that I get to go, and you want me to impose. Are you serious? I'll tell you what. I'll test the temperature.
Thank you for joining the program today. This is Kevin Suker wishing you all a good. I can't do that to my guy. I can't do that to you. I couldn't actually sign off right there.
I have a very important plug. Do not hang up on this because Christine Schebeck, Concerts for a Cause at Notoriety on Tuesday the 13th. She's been a guest on the show. She's a dynamite performer, so Notoriety Tuesday the 13th. Please come support. All the money goes to short charity for Notoriety Gives and Positively Arts. The money goes to fund these kids having art programs and having as lucky of a life that we have. So. Now you can hang up on me and cut the program off.
I'm not hanging up on you yet. We still have to talk about our plans for Thursday.
Okay, so I went and saw